Well, why most people feel tired even after sleeping? Today we are going to talk about this topic. Actually, a lot of people can relate with it because people are sleeping but they are not getting relaxed. They are not getting healed because actually sleeping lets you heal. So, have you ever slept for, or actually, I should ask, do you ever sleep for 7, 8, or even 11 hours and still woken up exhausted? Well, that's quite strange. You drag yourself out of bed, you reach for coffee, you feel mentally foggy, and by afternoon, your energy crashes again. Most people think the solution is more sleep. But what if sleep isn't the problem? What if the real issue is that your body isn't recovering? Today, I will explain why so many people feel tired even after sleeping and what both Ayurveda and modern science reveal about this hidden energy crisis. And it's quite important for us because we need energy. If we don't feel energized, we cannot work efficiently. The biggest misunderstanding about fatigue is most people believe sleep equals recovery. But sleep and recovery are not the same thing. You can sleep for 8 hours and still wake up exhausted and kind of your brain is foggy, right? We are very familiar with this kind of a feeling. But why does it happen? Because recovery depends on much more than the time spent in bed. Your body must also regulate stress hormones, restore nervous system balance, digest efficiently, repair tissues, replenish energy reserves. If these processes are disrupted, well, you may sleep, but you may not truly recover or heal yourself. And you may not be able to prepare your body for another day or probably the future. So the question is why you feel tired even after sleeping. Well, modern research points towards several common causes like chronic stress, elevated cortisol because you're always in flight or fight mode, so you're not able to relax, your nervous system dysregulation keeps happening, your poor sleep quality, blood sugar fluctuations can also take you out of your sleep, body inflammation, mental overload, and emotional physical stress. When the body remains in prolonged stress response, it becomes difficult to enter deep restorative states. You may technically be asleep, but your body is still operating as if it's preparing for some threat. This creates a cycle where rest feels incomplete, and many people actually mistakenly believe that they need more sleep when what they actually need is deeper recovery. So the quality of sleep matters than quantity or the number of hours you sleep. You don't always need more sleep. Sometimes you need less stress. Many exhausted people are not suffering from a sleep deprivation or a deficiency. They are suffering from recovery deficiency. And recovery begins when the nervous system feels safe to kind of switch off, right? You need to switch off. If you're not able to switch off, then your switch is on, and then you're constantly thinking, and thinking generates stress, and stress actually changes your biochemistry and elevated cortisol levels. What you eat at night and throughout the day, how your digestion is also important, but we are going to talk about that, the different side of the loop in some other video. Well, what's the Ayurvedic perspective? Well, Ayurveda has a fascinating explanation. It teaches that vitality depends on something called ojas, right? Ojas can be understood as the body's deepest reserve of resilience, immunity, and vitality. It's the purest dhatu or the tissue in your body. When ojas is strong, your energy is stable, your mind is clear, emotions are balanced, recovery is efficient. But ojas can be depleted by chronic stress, excessive mental activity, poor digestion, irregular routines, and sedentary lifestyle. It can also go wrong because of emotional, mental exhaustion and fatigue. Ayurveda also places enormous importance on Agni, your principal digestive fire. Well, as per Ayurveda, your Agni is the sort of the sitting on the front seat, it's the center stage of your health. Well, Ayurveda says that you are not only what you eat, you are what you digest and assimilate. So stop focusing too much on what you eat, focus on your digestion. If digestion is weak, energy production becomes compromised. This is why many people feel tired despite eating well and sleeping adequately. The goal is not simply more sleep, the goal is deeper restoration. Simple practices could be like consistent sleep schedules. You hit the bed on time, you get up at the perfect time in the morning, you eat what is good for you, a compatible food as per your dosha, and you should eat mindfully. You should do evening digital detox, means you do not touch your gadgets 2 hours before you hit the bed. Then you do abdominal breathing, you do nadi shodhan, you do meditation, yoga nidra, and of course gentle evening yoga, relaxation practices or meditation if you're used to meditating can actually shift the body toward parasympathetic dominance, out of sympathetic dominance, of course. The state, parasympathetic dominance, is a state which is associated with healing, recovery, and restoration. And that's what we need actually. Well, according to Ayurveda, exhaustion is not always caused by doing too much. Sometimes it's caused by losing too much. Well, think about it again. Too much energy, too much focus, too much emotional effort, too much stress, too much of everything. Well, the question is not how many hours did you sleep. The better question is, did your body actually recover in whatever hours you slept? So if you slept for 5 hours, if your body recovered, then it's enough. If you slept for 10 hours, if your body didn't recover, then it's still not enough. As simple as that. So if you're constantly tired despite sleeping, don't immediately assume you need more hours in bed. Ask deeper questions. What is your mental state these days? What is your emotional state? Whether you're eating well, you are sleeping on time, how's your digestion, how's your mood, because mood is connected and interrelated with your digestion, and how balanced is your nervous system, how much alert you are, how much mental stimulation you are carrying from each day. So both Ayurveda and modern science agree on one simple thing. True vitality comes from recovery and healing. Your body is not a machine, right? Even machine needs restoration and rest. So it's not just sleep which helps you. And when we begin supporting recovery through proper lifestyle, digestion, breath work, yoga, and meditation, nervous system regulation, which I just talked about, energy often returns normally. So your sleep would happen if you have a peaceful, restorative, calmer energy. You would automatically hit the bed. You will start yawning at probably 11 if you sleep at 11, and then you don't have to struggle with sleep. And even when you sleep deeper. Okay. So hope you like the video, and this is just a simple insight. Probably a lot of people might be knowing it, but as I say and I teach in yoga, in Ayurveda, that life is pretty simple. I mean, foundations of health are quite simple. In fact, our forefathers and ancestors already knew it without learning yoga and Ayurveda. But probably we in this generation, and especially the generation now, we are forgetting the basic rules of nature and existence, that everything happens in balance. So this is just an insight, and my purpose on my channel is not to educate people with a lot of complicated concepts. Of course, you cannot learn because it's a one-way traffic. I'm speaking, you are listening, you cannot ask questions, and without questioning, the learning never happens. So when people come to my school, like in my Ayurveda courses, residential programs, and even my online courses, I have this option of two-way communication, which is like interactive teaching and learning. So, but I make a point to record such videos to give short insights for anybody who is watching my channel, because watching my videos, because even fixing a small thing, can actually create a lot of changes, if not miracles. And we need bit of things. We don't need a lot. If we fix one simple thing in 1 month, that's enough, because that thing which we have fixed is going to fix something else. It's like everything is interrelated, right? So I'll see you in the next video. Hope you liked it. If you did, then do share and of course subscribe my channel so that you keep getting notifications whenever I post informative videos on holistic healing, yoga and Ayurveda. Namaste.